Good Saturday morning, everybody. How's it going? My name is Sweatpants Jesus.
And I'm your boy, Walmart Mac Miller. What's going on?
Thanks so much for stopping by for your morning coffee. This is brought to you by Betting News. Go to BN Content on Twitter. If you're watching us on Twitter, thanks so much for stopping by. If you're watching us on Twitch, thanks so much for stopping by as well. Go to bettingnews.com. You can read all about everything we got going on for Wild Card Weekend. We got UFC today. We got big college basketball games. We got the NHL. We got NBA. We got so much going on this weekend. Go to bettingnews.com. You can read all about what we got on the massive sports slate. You can read my stories on there. You're going to be able to read NZ's stories coming up really soon. So get everything locked and loaded with us. We got our boys. We got Steely Dan in the house. What is up, man? Thanks for stopping by. We're really stoked today. We are going to be doing some special stuff today, and we're going to be doing a lot more of these types of things moving forward. So make sure that you get locked in with us every weekend and every Thursday for morning coffee. Love having you guys here with us. What's up, Victor? Thanks so much for being here. Dubs in chat for sure. We're going to be doing a special giveaway today, guys, with Betalytics. If you saw the tweet on Twitter, they're going to be giving away a swag pack today, which is a sweatshirt and a hat as well from their awesome website. Obviously, this is partially sponsored by Betalytics, so go check out betalytics.com. You can also get a discount if you sign up for Betalytics using our promo code. We got Casey in the house. Let's go.
Casey, what's
up, man? If you guys want to get involved with Betalytics, we're going to be using it on the stream today, showing you guys a little bit about how NZ and I use it, how easy of a tool it is to use to find some advantageous lines and cash your bets as much as possible. I'm actually on a low-key, a little bit of a heater using Betalytics right now. I'm 5-0 on my last 5 plays that I've put together with Betalytics and myself. So love to see that. I'm sure it'll come crashing and burning at some point, but not today. Yeah, thanks, bro.
Don't say it like that.
Schnickety schnack. I washed my hair. That was it. So. big things. Yeah, but we got Betalytics. Go to betalytics.com. Like I said, if you guys want to talk, if you're going to see how we use the tool today, if you like what you're seeing, if you kind of like how it's going to be helping you cash your bets, you can go use their website. You can use our promo code BNews. It is going across on the bottom of the screen. You get 30% off when you sign up using BNews. We got Trizzy Betts in the house, the UFC Sharp. Go follow Trizzy. He is all over the UFC slate today.
Big slate today.
Big slate today. He's already put his card out. Go give Trizzy a follow and cash your UFC bets. We also wrote about it on bettingnews.com. Go read about that story on there from one of our awesome writers. You can check out his takes on the UFC and on the violence today. How are you today, brother? How's it going?
All right. Doing good. Had a good night, so that's always good.
Saturday. If you guys don't know, NZ has a newborn in the house. So obviously there are certain days that I see him and he's looking a little sprightlier than usual. And then some days he's looking a little tired. So it depends on we will get to this, Steely Dan. We're going to talk all about the NHL today. NZ will give his 2 cents on a few things. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Baby's looking good. he met the Godfather last night, right?
Or earlier this morning. Yeah, this morning.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, good stuff. Cool. Love to see it. Did he make him an offer you can't refuse?
He always just fixes the stuff in my house. So, that was comes and services my furnace and stuff. He's the best. He's my best friend for 25 years.
Nice. So, it's always good to have friends like that.
Yeah, man. Very lucky with him. I'm not the handyman like some guys, you know what I'm saying? So I do better with these sorts of electronics. So lucky to have somebody to help me with those things. I know Trizzy's very handy too. So
we all have our talents. I am fairly handy, and sometimes
that's right. Who am I kidding? You built a home and a bus. Jesus.
Yeah. There are days that I wish that I didn't have as many of those talents, but you got to appreciate what you got, you know.
No, they're key. They're key
for sure. And it's always about learning, right? It's the same with betting, same with everything. The more you do it, the more you gain experience, the better you get at these types of things. So
absolutely.
Yeah, man. Dan can do. Let's go. All right, guys. Well, like I said, throughout the day today, while we're doing the stream, we're going to be talking about this Betalytics promo that we're going to be doing and this giveaway. I'm going to wait for some more people to roll through in the chat later today, but I'll go ahead and tell you guys that are here now. So thanks very much for being here. What we're going to be doing, how we're going to be rolling with this giveaway is, as we go through this stream, the question that you have to answer is, how many rushing yards will Christian McCaffrey have? How many rushing yards will Christian McCaffrey have? Whoever is closest to Christian McCaffrey's rushing yards number will receive a free sweatshirt and a free hat from Betalytics. They will get sent to you as soon as this gets verified when the game is over. We got Steely Dan already dropping a guess right here, 97. Also, the other requirement for this giveaway is you have to be following Betting News on Twitter at BN Content, and you have to be following Betalytics on Twitter at Betalytics, and you have to be following us on Twitch. Minus 69. Stone Bets is for sure winning with that guess. That's just a W guess.
I know, right? Stones, thanks for joining Thursday.
W guess. Yeah, we had Stone Bets on Thursday. He sold the parlay, of course. Somebody always sells. That's how it goes. We love you, Stoney. We love you, Stoney.
Yeah, we do.
Arturi Lehkonen, 2 shots in the first period. Thought it was easy cash, and then he just ran away.
Us hanging.
Yep, I know.
All right.
I know. Love that yellow one. Yeah, I think it's kind of orange, but is pretty close to our projection. Yeah, for sure. 2 shots in the first period, and then nothing. But yeah, that's the photo of the sweatshirt that you can be winning, and a hat as well. So like I said, the question that you need to answer throughout this stream today is how many rushing yards will Christian McCaffrey have? If whoever gets closest, you obviously don't have to nail it. If you nail it, you get an extra high five from me. But how many rushing yards will Christian McCaffrey have? He's a big math guy. He's trying to be Stone Bets is a big brain boy. Big brain. The rain is bad in San Francisco. Yeah, it is actually, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in just a minute when we get into these wild card games for Saturday. We're going to talk how we're going to do things today, guys. And again, we got a lot of people here. Thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate you guys all being here. How we're going to do today is rushing and receiving. I actually wrote about that on bettingnews.com. So go read my props article. It's one of my favorite plays today is Christian McCaffrey rushing and receiving yards. Go give that a whirl. How we're going to do things today, we're going to talk about both of these wild card games, kind of get our 2 cents on these games. I've got some plays in both of the games. NZ has a couple plays that he wants to talk about in the games. We'll bring up some stuff on Betalytics that you guys can check out. And then we're going to talk about the rest of the games on the slate today. We're going to touch on a couple games for the NFL tomorrow. Talk about some of the games that we both have plays in. We got Chef in the house. Let's go. What's up, goat? Let's go. Appreciate you being here. There's football today. There is. Wow,
that's big.
That is just not true, man. Yeah, so we're going to talk about this NFL slate today. We'll talk about a couple games tomorrow that we both have plays in that we like a lot, and then we're going to dive into the NBA slate today and the NHL slate. So we're going to go through a little bit of everything for mostly today, touch on some stuff for tomorrow, and then, like I said, we'll be giving away the sweatshirt and the hat pack at the end with Betalytics. And all you guys have to do is guess what is on the screen: Christian McCaffrey's rushing yards. That is all you got to do. Just type in the number in the chat. You have to type it in the chat. You have to be following BN News on Twitter, BN Content on Twitter. You have to be following Betalytics on Twitter, and you have to be following our Twitch channel. So those are the requirements for the giveaway. Nice and easy. Just do some follows and then drop your guess in the chat. So we've already got one guess from our buddy Steely Dan, 97. Yep. Well, we got 2 technically. Stone Bets with the minus 69. If that's a real guess, then
we'll notate it.
You ain't winning. He does have luscious locks though. Speaking of luscious locks, we have 2 of the lusciest locks playing against each other in the game in the Saturday night football game tonight with Trevor Lawrence. And can you post what you need to do? Yes, it's on there. It's on our Twitter. You can go check that out. But I will talk about it continuously throughout the show as well. The only thing required right now is you need to guess how many rushing yards Christian McCaffrey will have today. Type that in the chat. Christian McCaffrey's rushing yards. You have to be the closest to that, and you will receive, as I said, if whoever is closest and is following Betting News, following Betalytics, and following our Twitch channel will receive a sweatshirt and a hat. So those are the requirements. I'll be repeating it ad nauseum throughout this stream, so just don't go anywhere, and you'll hear me say it 7 other times. Okay, so let's dive in here. We really appreciate you guys being here. Now let's talk about this first football game today. So we got the we got the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks in the first wild card game today, the number 2 versus number 7 seed in San Francisco. It's a 9.5 point spread towards the 49ers at home, obviously. And as our buddy Steely Dan said in the chat, it is raining cats and dogs in San Francisco right now. It's probably going to be raining all day this afternoon. The game kicks off at, I think it's 4:30 Eastern time.
Yep.
That's when that game gets rocking and rolling. I have a couple plays in this game that I really like a lot. NZ, did you have a couple plays that you wanted to kind of discuss in this game that you were kind of looking at and seeing?
It's actually the other game that I
Oh,
have
the
a prop.
Chargers Jags.
Yeah, it's an interesting prop. It's the first one that shot out at me on Betalytics, to be honest with you.
Okay,
I like
well,
it. So
let's wait till we
let you go
get
first.
let's wait till we get to that one. I'll talk a little bit about this Niners Seahawks game. So obviously the Niners and the Seahawks in the same division. They've played each other 2 times this season. They just played 3 weeks ago actually. The Niners won that game, not handily, but they won pretty convincingly, I would say. And in this game today, I really don't see a way that the Seahawks keep this game close. I mean, I do not have a bet on the Niners -9.5. That's definitely just a lean at this particular point. But I really like this Niners team. They're kind of my dark horse to go all the way in this playoff field. I think that they're my favorite team in the NFC, top to bottom. I know the Eagles are good too, but I'm not a firm, fully sold on the Eagles as of yet. I mean, they absolutely dog watered my Titans in the middle of the season, so I watched them live. See what they can do. But yeah, the Niners are my kind of dark horse. I guess, can a number 2 seed be a dark horse?
I mean, well, it's funny you say that because I'm sitting here saying to myself, well, their quarterback situation is what could make or break them. And maybe that is what qualifies them as a dark horse because they do have that's obviously the biggest position in the game. And it's hanging on by a thread for them right now, especially going into the playoffs. So it could be, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with Brock Purdy, he's been playing amazing for a 7th round Mr. Irrelevant pick to come in and play as well as he's been playing. But he's got an amazing roster around him and one of the best offensive-minded coaches and coordinators in football in Kyle Shanahan. So he basically had to come in and just be adequate. He's obviously come in and be way more than adequate since the start of the season, or since he came in for Jimmy Garoppolo when he took over. But yeah, that's here we go. Here's a niche bet. Welcome, Betalytics. So happy that you guys have stopped by today. Thanks so much for being here. Niche bets, but these are the ones that get the big edges. Seattle, San Francisco, 4th quarter over 7.5 points. Betalytics data has 10.85 projected points. This is an A-grade play and has a 73.91% hit rate.
4th quarter total over. So I got 12
on your
line on FanDuel. So that might probably moved a lot.
Wow, that's a massive jump.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Checking
that's crazy.
DraftKings.
Yeah, DraftKings might have a different one. All right, so I'll talk about this is a good point. Geno Smith interception -178. That's probably a good lay piece there. I could see Geno throwing a pick today. So my favorite play, and actually NZ and I were just talking about this. I was talking with Betalytics about it earlier. I posted it last night on my Twitter. If you did not check that out, you can go and look at my Twitter when I posted it last night before my little peepers closed. But I got this line last night. I got this line this morning as well, actually, of Ray McCloud over a receiving. He only had to have 1 receiving yard for +100. The guy has to have 1 receiving yard for +100. I was a little bit sussed out by this line when I saw it last night because I've never seen a receiver have 1 receiving yard as his line. That was really foreign to me. So I kind of looked into it a little bit further. Ray McCloud obviously is not one of the most dominant receivers on this Niners roster, but he's hit this line in both games they played this season. Like I said, the Seahawks and the Niners played both, obviously both in the NFC West. They played twice this year. He hit his line both times they played. He had 16 yards both times, funny enough. And then he's also hit his line in 11 of 16 games this season.
We'll get to that.
We will get to that.
We'll get to that.
I'm trying to bring up the comments here, and it's not. There we go. So what book? All right, so here's my point here on this one. That's the problem here. McCloud 2+ TDs, book it. Let's go. That's probably like +4,000 or something like that. So the book that I got this on was DraftKings, and I got it on DraftKings and I saw it on BetMGM as well. So I actually put 2 units on this. I put a unit on it on DraftKings and a unit on it on MGM. And when NZ and I went to talk about this right before we went live,
what do you think I did? I went to go book that shit.
He went to go book it because also kind of mentioning as well with Betalytics, I went and looked this morning on Betalytics to kind of find what my favorite play was today. As I mentioned, 5-0 in my last 5 plays. I wanted to go 6-0 today. And I was like, all right, I found my play that I like a lot. I'm going to book this Ray McCloud play, look at it on Betalytics to see if it maybe lines up. What is the number one greened out play from a player props perspective on the Betalytics side of things today? It is Ray McCloud to have over a receiving yard. They haven't projected. Enzi, can you bring up your screen?
I have it, yeah. It's funny because mine is on here as well. So here's our greened out gobs for the days, guys. But here he is right here.
Yeah, so that's the newsletter. That's something that you get when you sign up with Betalytics as well. They get a lot more detailed information. When I looked on the site this morning, the number one is this the actual site itself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the site.
Yeah, lock that in. Yeah, if you guys can find this on your book, I only have access to certain books in Tennessee that I'm in, but I know that in other places, Bet365 might have this.
I'm looking on one right now. Actually,
Bet Rivers might have it. If you can find this line at over a receiving yard for plus money, even if it's minus 110. He's hit in 11 of 16 games. He needs to have one receiving yard, guys. If you're going to bet on something in a playoff game, like betting on one guy to have a receiving yard is probably a pretty good bet. Like I said, he's hit. Bet365 has it. So if anybody has Bet365 in the chat, then go check that out. They have it as well. Like I said, I got it on MGM and DraftKings earlier today. I should have tweeted it. Well, I tweeted it last night, to be fair. So for Canadians. Yep, exactly. Going back to the fourth quarter bet, this is from Betalytics, guys. On your preferred Bet365 book has recently jumped up to 10.5. Would still recommend it at this line, and recent live movement suggests strong lean. So give you a little bit more perspective on that fourth quarter play. I do like that play. I think that there's going to be some scoring late in this game. But my other favorite play in this game. So anyway, the Ray McCloud one, if you can find it, worth a book. Like I said, I have 2 units on it. I really like that play a lot. The other one that's a little bit more chalky, that's a little bit more kind of, stuff that we talk about on a day-to-day basis and not Ray McCloud to have over a receiving yard, is Christian McCaffrey, over 77.5 rushing yards. I like his over 115.5 rushing and receiving yards as well. I like both of those lines. So I can totally advocate playing either one. This is actually not supported by Betalytics. Their statistical data did not really back up this play that much. But every once in a while, I don't bet everything off of only Betalytics data. Like I use it to kind of back up some things that I like myself. But in certain situations, I like to just play stuff based on the stuff that I'm seeing and the kind of numbers behind things, and just using my own gut and my own feel for my football brain as well. The Seahawks have the 3rd worst rushing defense in the NFL. They've been pretty bad in the last half of the season. I kind of targeted them for playing running backs against the Seahawks. And Christian McCaffrey's been one of the best running backs in the NFL since he went to the 49ers. He's hit his rushing and receiving yards line at over 115.5, 6 out of his last 10 games in the qualifying games when he played for the Niners. 6 out of his 10 games, he hit over 115.5. He's had 100-plus rushing yards in 2 of his last 3 games. One of those was against the Seahawks team. As our buddy Steely Dan mentioned, and as you guys probably know as well from everything that's going on right now in San Francisco, it is pouring with rain in Santa Clara. So it's going to be kind of a ground and pound game, I feel like, from the side of the 49ers, but also they're going to want to get their guy going. And the Seattle defense is not good against the run. So I don't see a way that McCaffrey doesn't have at least the opportunity to have over 77.5 rushing yards. As I said, I like the 115.5 rushing receiving if you want to go that route. But that's my second favorite play in this game. Those are the only 2 things that I have in this game locked in. I actually did the rushing yards for McCaffrey personally, but I like the rush receiving as well. I wrote about the rushing receiving, but then I dove in a little deeper and I wanted to ride with the rushing. I think it could have 100+ today. Like you mentioned, Enzi, with Brock Purdy, like he's been playing great, but playoff football is different. It's just a different animal. It's a different breed. If he comes out in balls, he comes out in balls. Like that's just
the rain makes me think they keep it on the ground though.
Yeah, they're gonna feed McCaffrey. Like that's I'm not worried about him not getting touches. I mean, maybe if you wanted to play his carries, that could be a decent look too. But I just don't see a way that McCaffrey doesn't have plenty of opportunities to get over the 77.5 rushing yards line against the third worst rushing defense in the NFL.
Yeah. The
I
line
mean,
only moved 1 yard too.
yeah. I mean, they're not good. I mean, it's the playoffs. Anything can happen, right?
Back to I'm frozen.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
My back?
Yeah, you're back.
Walmart.
I can hear you. Hey, you Walmarted. We got our NZ Walmart in for the night. We got our NZ Walmart in. I'll use this as another chance, guys, real quick before you just give me a second. Yeah, so we're giving away a Betalytics hoodie and a hat today if we got some new people that dropped in today. Appreciate you guys stopping by. All you have to do is guess how many rushing yards Christian McCaffrey will have today. I am obviously on his over, 77.5. You have to type it in the chat. You have to guess over 1 Walmarts. Check. Free.
Yeah.
The freest of frees. Yeah, so all you got to do, guys, if you want to get a chance to win the we're giving away this sweatshirt and this hat today. I don't care how many people guess. If Steely Dan's the only guy that's guessed so far at 96, he guessed. Well, actually, sorry, Stoney did too at minus 69. So if you want to throw your bets, throw your guesses in chat. You also have to be following Betting News on Twitter at BN Content, and you have to be following Betalytics on Twitter. And then you also have to be following us on Twitch. And then we will be sending this Betalytics hoodie and hat to you guys if you get the closest to Christian McCaffrey's rushing yards. So that's what you got to do. So get involved with that. Drop that in the chat, and we will get that sent out after the game today. I'm going to guess 92. No, you know what? I'm not going to guess 92. I'm going to go 107. I'm going over 100.
All right, I'll give a guess. I'm going to be 87.
Okay. So you like the over then too?
Yeah, I'm debating on taking it with you and riding. For our Prize Picks people, Ray McLeod, believe it or not, is on Prize Picks for a half a yard.
He's there.
Pair him up with somebody. I think that might be a free little two-teamer. As you see, I'm already working on that. But there he is.
Wow. Well,
oh, wait, I'm not even presenting. I can't remember when I'm presenting and when I'm not presenting.
When you're not. It's okay. There you go.
There he is.
There he is. Well, I guess for our parlay today, we can cook it up on Prize Picks because they have Ray McLeod. But obviously, if you guys have it on your books, then play that as well. I changed my guess. Okay. You're actually guessing now, Stone. That's 123.
No, that's good. Yeah, I wasn't going to write down the other one. I was going to ask you if you wanted to make a real guess.
I thought it's minus 69. It was a real guess. I'm just kidding. Yeah. All right. So everybody's on the over then. That's scary, but I think he's going to have plenty of chances to do
that. Nice, dude.
Okay, cool. So yeah, those are my plays for this game. As I mentioned, if you guys can find Ray McLeod, worth the sprink. I mean,
yeah. If anybody finds it on a book that's legal in New York, let me know. I don't know why 365 is not legal in New York. It's illegal across the bridge.
Canada's literally right there. I don't know why they.
It's legal in New Jersey.
Oh wow, that's crazy. I mean, I don't have it in Tennessee, but we'll. I'm sure that they'll be moving around as we continue on. But, yeah. So those are my thoughts on this game. Like I said, I do kind of feel like that the Niners are going to pull this one out and kind of run away with it. Hopefully, McCaffrey runs away with it. Haha. But let's see. My 6 books don't have it. Plus Bovada means it's hitting.
There you go, bro. Book that.
I'm in New Jersey. Yeah, get on 365 Steely Dan if you don't already have it. And I don't do PPs anymore. I think they have a limit of how many sports books can operate in one state. That is probably true. That is definitely.
Oh, it's not on 365.
Oh wow, they took it down. It's been removed everywhere, guys. If you guys can get this locked in on Prize Picks ASAP with something that you really like it's probably going to go away, or it'll come back and they just have brought it down for a reason. But I was honestly, again, as I said, I was very surprised to see a qualified receiver that will definitely be playing snaps have his line at 1 yard.
Half a yard. It's not on the books anymore. Wow.
Yeah. That sucks. Well, sorry guys. At least I told you about it. He'll probably do nothing now. He'll do nothing, and then it will be not a problem, and we won't even have to. You guys can just laugh at me for taking it. So, all right. So that's our take on the Niners Seahawks game. Should be a good one this afternoon. I mean, I honestly am excited to watch all these games. I think they're all going to be pretty entertaining games. It's the playoffs, man. It's a lot going on.
It's a good weekend
for all the marbles. Yep. Mitchell rushing yards. That's an interesting take, Trizzy. I like that. for that's a good one. That was actually, if you want to pull up Betalytics and Z, Mitchell rushing yards was one of the ones that stood out to me as well. They liked his rushing yards over Christian McCaffrey's. If you type in Mitchell, his was greened out. So this is definitely a good look here. If you get a lower line, I can't even remember what the line was. Was it like 34.5 or something like that?
I'm showing 39.5.
39.5.
Guys,
Yeah.
book has 42.5. So it's bumped up a little.
Bumped up a little bit. I think they're just going to be literally running it down the Seahawks' throat all day long. So I don't think either one of these guys is a bad bet if you wanted to take the lower one for Mitchell.
That's interesting. On attempts, Mitchell's at over 9.5 at plus 112. You have Mitchell having a monstrous game. How many carries do you projecting him to get? Because that over 9.5 kind of looks nice.
That does look nice, especially for plus Chicky.
I mean, 10 carries?
Sure. I think 100% they will win this game on the ground. I was thinking about playing George Kittle's receiving yards, but then I kind of learned about the weather and looked at that, and I mean, he dominates the Seahawks. He eats them for breakfast, but with the weather being the way that it is, I just What do you like the sound of, Casey? Mitchell or the running game? Is that what you're talking about? You liking the sound of them winning the game on the ground or the Mitchell monstrous game? Because I like
the carries aren't as good of a look.
All right, well, let's move on. Let's go to the next game. Let's go to the second game of the day. Obviously, the night game between the Niners. God. Oh, that's cheeky. That's probably some nice value with Mitchell's TD. Let's talk about this next game. The Chargers traveling to Duval taking on Jacksonville, down in Jacksonville, taking on the Jags. First time the Jags have had a 5-game winning streak in 17 years. I wrote about this game a little bit earlier this week. I actually wrote about all the games today. If you guys want to go check out my Twitter, if you want to read a little bit of a synopsis of each game, get a kind of what the consensus, where the experts are betting, what my bets were for each game, go check that out on Betting News. I do have a play in this game from a side perspective. I actually booked it last night. I got the Chargers -1. I bought a little bit of juice here. I don't love the 2.5. I think they win, but it's the playoffs and the Jags are not terrible. But I've watched this Jags team a lot, obviously being a Titans fan myself. Watched the last month of the season pretty closely, and then obviously the Titans played them last 2 times in the last month. So I watched this Jags team a lot throughout the last month of the season, and their defense is not good. Their front seven's pretty good. They can rush the passer pretty well, but their back end is not very good at all. They have a bottom 6 or 7 in the league, allowing passing yards. Justin Herbert's probably going to eat this team alive, passing the ball. Obviously, no Mike Williams today, so that's a little bit of a that was a Brandon Staley or a bozo moment where he played him their whole starters last week, and then Mike Williams got hurt, so he's not playing today. It didn't really bother me too much. I think the Chargers are going to take advantage of this pretty poor Jacksonville secondary and back and safety unit, or secondary in general. And I like the Chargers in this one. I know that the Jags are kind of a trendy dog. I know that I've seen a lot of Jags plus 2.5s out there. I think a lot of people are overvaluing how good this Jags team are and the fact they're on a 5-game winning streak. But like I said, I've watched them a lot. I think that they've gotten a little lucky. Trevor Lawrence is great, but I don't know. It just feels like a Jacksonville shitting the bed moment for me. And I think the Chargers are going to come in and handle their business. And but I bought the points, so I booked the Chargers -1 for -125, just for a tiny bit of juice there because I didn't want to get hooked. I think they should win this game by a field goal, but I could see them winning by 1 or 2, and if I win by 1, then I push, and it's okay. If I win by 2, then I cash. So I didn't want to get messed up by the hook, so I took bought a little bit of juice, and I got the Chargers at -1. So I know you said you had play in this game. What's your play? What you got?
Yeah, it's actually not on here for whatever reason. I gotta go to DraftKings, but it is. It comes back to here again. I
can't spell. And why is his name not there? It's the first one.
Trevor Lawrence, over a half interception, -110. I mean, they're calling it. They believe it's almost definitely going to happen. If I'm calling that correctly, at a 0.93, 86% edge. I mean, he seems to throw one, every other game from the way I was looking, and he would be due to throw on this game. San Francisco has a pretty good defense, so I kind of like that. So -110, almost even money. I think I'm definitely going to go ahead and book that.
Did you say it's an interception?
Yep, just one interception.
I like that.
And if anything, maybe that's a nice little two-piece with the 1 yard. Where is interceptions?
As long as that
There
1
it
yard
is,
is
baby.
up, as long as that 1 yard is up there on Prize Picks, we need to cook up a Prize Picks pretty quickly.
I might have to book this right here.
Before that
One
goes
pick,
away.
1 receiving yard.
That is hot, Chef. Yeah, and the NBA and the NHL and NBA props are live with hit rates as well. We'll be going into that in just a few minutes because I actually have a couple in the NBA that I like a lot. I don't know if they're supported by Betalytics, so we're going to find out live. Yeah, that is hot. That's pretty hot. Do you want to make it a 4-legger on Prize Picks, or do you want to go ahead and book that little 2-teamer right now before it goes away, just in case they take McLeod down?
I'll be honest with you. That's why I'm on my phone. I'm booking it right now.
There you go. There it is. Before they take it away, because they might do that.
I'm like, this is the only chance I'm going to get to just get this guy to make one catch, pretty much.
All right. Well, while he's doing that, I'll remind you guys that we're giving away a Betalytics hoodie and a hat today. All you have to do is you have to guess how many rushing yards Christian McCaffrey will have. Please type it in the chat. It has to be typed in the chat for you to have a chance to win. So you have to type the number in the chat. We already have 2 submissions so far. You also have to be following Betting News on Twitter, and you have to be following Betalytics on Twitter, and you have to be following us on Twitch. But those are just quick little clicks. But yeah, you need to guess how many rushing yards Christian McCaffrey will have. Put it in the chat. Guess. If you are the closest guesser, you will get a Betalytics hoodie, which are actually pretty fire. They're pretty awesome, and a Betalytics hat. You'll get a swag pack from them. So drop your guess in chat. Please get them in there, and we will have that by the end of the show. And then obviously then we'll see how Christian McCaffrey does, and whoever gets closest will win the swag pack. So don't forget that, guys. We've only still got a couple of things in chat. So if you don't drop your guess in chat, you can't win. So that's
how it goes. 2 guesses.
We only have 2 guesses. We need more guesses. So we need more. Well, we have NZ and I's guesses, but our guesses don't count. So don't take into account what we guess. But yeah, get your guesses in chat. Christian McCaffrey's rushing yards. How many rushing yards will CMC run for? How many rushing yards will CMC run for? My initials are actually DMC, which is a pretty fun fact about me. And my name for a lot of my things on ESPN when I was younger was Run DMC.
Nice.
Accordingly.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a little fun fact about your boy SPJ. Okay, so let's dive into. So we got NZ liking the Trevor Lawrence over a pick. I like that play a lot.
I just booked that for 2 units
on Prize Picks.
Yep.
Nice. That's a little spicy little two geyser. The 2 geysers are nice, guys. If you can do a little 2 geyser on Prize Picks or even on your book, they're a good way to get some plus chicky for some good value on props that you like, even if they're a little bit juiced. Obviously, if you pair it with something else, then you get plus money. That's a good way to bet as well. All right, so do you like the Chargers? If you had to pick a side here, do you like the Chargers, or are you on the you like the Chargers, or do you like the
I do. I was telling SPJ, see, I'll pull it up.
Yep, he just talked about that. Yeah, it's definitely an A grade. He's throwing a pick tonight. That's write it down. I can't wait till.
That's where I got it from. I got it from you guys. I pulled it up, and I was the first thing I said to myself was, I was like, oh, this is beautiful right here. This makes a lot of sense.
See, I love it when the football brain and the data brains collide. That's how I put these things together. That's how I use Betalytics. If you're gonna, obviously, you guys are avid sports bettors. You know how to read the data yourselves individually. But if you want to back your information up and find stuff that just makes even further sense and then can be even further statistically supported, then you can pair it up with Betalytics and go. That's kind of how, like I said, I've hit 5 in a row. I'm going for 6 in a row today. That's kind of how I do it. That's how I've been doing it over the last week, and it's been working for me so far. So you guys want to get involved with that, go to betalytics.com. You can sign up with our promo code BN News. You get 30% off. Pretty awesome, and it pays for itself within a couple days if you hit 3 or 4 bets. They also send you newsletters as well of all the best bets you can make throughout the day. It's a really good investment for your bets. There's a lot of different things that you can do, a lot of different things that you can try. But Betalytics is definitely one that we give our stamp of approval on and that we use every day that we like a lot. So Inzi's pulled up his teaser here that he likes. This will give us a chance to talk a little bit about a couple of the games tomorrow, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the NBA and the NHL today. Yeah, that's what we're talking about here. That's what we're here for. Assisting beauties like yourselves. Hey, thank you. You know, the sports and the combinations can be deadly. Exactly. It's about putting the information from your sports brain and together with statistical data that's backed up by people that actually do this on a daily basis to make the best possible bet. Obviously, nothing in sports betting is 100%. If anybody tells you it is, they're lying to you. It's all about finding the best edges, the best odds, getting in early on the lines, and feeling good about the bet that you put down because you like it here and the data supports it. So, yeah, love you guys. Thanks for being here. And yeah, so this is a teaser that Inzi brought up to me. He sent it in our group chat last night. Talks a little bit about it's picked from every game. So you can talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, so as you can see, I'm definitely on the Chargers. I took everything by 4.5 more. I mean, if I wanted to get crazy, I think the Giants and the Bucks actually win outright. But I wanted to kind of cut these guys down a little bit, all 3 of them. So I said, you know what? Let's do a little teaser, plus 800. What can go wrong? But yeah, I like the Chargers. I definitely like the Chargers over Jacksonville. He has no real experience. I mean, Herbert doesn't have like major experience, but I feel like they have a more seasoned team overall. So I kind of don't think that they stand a chance today, but we'll see what happens. They have been playing well.
The only thing that I think could scare me in this matchup is the Chargers don't have a very good rushing defense. And so if the Jags are smart, which Doug Peterson is a very good coach, so he will probably try to take advantage of what the Chargers don't do very well on defense, and that's stop the run. And they do have Travis Etienne, who is one of the better running backs in the NFL, who can have good games, who can be productive. So I think that if the Jags win this game, it's not because of Trevor Lawrence. It will be because of the running game in Jacksonville and Travis Etienne doing his damage on this not very good Chargers defense from a rushing perspective. So that would be my only thing that would allow the Jags to kind of hang around here. But I'm going to roll with the Chargers. I'm glad you're on the Chargers too. I feel like, again, the Jags are just too trendy of a dog for me to want to ride that. And I fucking hate the Jags because
I know that.
They put my team out. But I like it just from, again, football brain as well. Ooh, that's a good one. Miro Haskinen, anytime goal, plus 500.
Really?
Stars in 20.
Can you give me a little – actually, I don't need you to give me any sort of analysis. I always ride with you.
Miro for a goal. Old Hasky for a goal at plus 500, courtesy of the future Mrs. Stone bets. Wow. So that's a Mrs. Stoney play. She's going to go.
She likes his name.
Hey, man.
That's amazing.
The name plays win. They're winners. They're definitely winners. Ask Mrs. Stoney how many rushing yards Christian McCaffrey is going to have so she can possibly win a sweatshirt. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about I have another bet that I have for tomorrow for the games for tomorrow. I'm on the Giants plus 3.5. I got I know it's plus 3 now. I bought half a point for plus 3.5 because I think they're gonna win outright. We talked about it a little bit, but I like the Giants to cover plus 3.5. I got it for a little bit of juice. I think minus 125 is what I booked that for as well. Bought the half a point. I'm going to just kind of roll with the fact that I don't 100% believe in the Vikings. I don't necessarily believe in Daniel Jones necessarily, but Brian Daboll is a great football coach. He's proven that this season. I think that this could be a Saquon masterclass who we got here? Let's go. Let's go. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Just so if you want to get involved in the promo, please, all you got to do is drop what your how many rushing yards Christian McCaffrey will have. Thanks for being here, and you've already signed up by following us on Twitch. Thanks for that. Follow the Betting News account at BN Content, and then drop in the chat how many rushing yards you think Christian McCaffrey will have, and that will give you a chance to win the hoodie and the hat. So drop that in here. Thanks for being here, TN Shark. Also, thanks for stopping by the show. We do these every weekend, and we do them every Thursday. We're going to be moving the time slot to the early afternoon rather than the morning. It's still going to be your morning coffee though, because coffee's good all day long.
Right.
But yeah, so just get involved there, guys. And anybody that's new to the channel, appreciate you guys being here. We'll be here all season and all year long.
That's right.
Yeah, so I like the Giants. I like your Giants. I know that you're a Giants fan. Are you on the Giants as well?
Yeah, and not just from a homer standpoint, just because I've lived through watching them get to Super Bowl wins and the way that they got there. This team should not even be here. And that's part of the reason why I like them so much to win. This reminds me of, I believe it was the 2007 team. It may have been the 2011 team, but I believe the 2011 team was the better team. When they went in as a 6th seed and went all the way to the Cup and stopped Tom Brady from the perfect season. So I like it.
Eli Manning's Hall of Fame confirming season. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah. I think the second one was really that affirmation that really put him in there. But like you said, I like Duvall, I believe is his last name. I really like the coach. He fires them up.
Dable, Brian Dable.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I do think that they stand a very good chance. Last time we met with Minnesota, we spanked them 41-0. You know, we went on to the Super Bowl to lose. But I don't know. There's just something about this team, and that's what you need in the playoffs to make a run. But, you know, one game at a time. Primetime Kirk, you never know what you're going to get. So I go with the Giants on the road too.
I just think I felt good about the +3.5. +3, a little sus. I think it's going to be close. I really do. A prop I found in this game that I liked, it's a little bit too juiced to take individually. Wrote about it on Betting News. You can go check that out. I posted my prop article today. You can go check out my 4 favorite props from the Wild Card Weekend. Is TJ Hawkinson over 4.5 receptions. This is not a Betalytics supported play, unfortunately, which kind of made me a little bit sussed out about it. But I like Hawkinson to have a big game today against the Giants. He smoked them when he played. Can't say we love a side on this game, and it can go either way, but we like Dalvin Cook to go off rushing yards over 94, or his over rushing yards line, 94 projected rushing yards.
Right, his line's 71.5.
Could be a decent little ladder for you guys. That's a nice look there. Can't go wrong with Dalvin Cook. I think that this is going to be, when we get into the playoffs, like it turns into the games get a little slower. The games get more, obviously they're more meaningful, but I do think that you should look at running backs to have a little bit better games in comparison, especially if guys are already good. Like, you don't have to tell you that Dalvin Cook's a good player, but I like
a lot more clock management.
A lot more clock management. You don't want to have to. McCaffrey 86. There we go. We got another guess. We got 4 guesses, guys. Don't forget, if you drop McCaffrey's, how many rushing yards McCaffrey's going to have, drop it in the chat. You get a chance to enter to win a sweatshirt and a hat from Betalytics. So you got 86 from Tennessee Shark. That's a good guess. I think that's pretty close. Actually, that's the same guess as
nobody.
Future. Oh no, sorry. Future Mrs. Stoney guessed 82. Guessed 82. Yeah. Everybody likes McCaffrey over. I'm starting to get sussed out, guys. Can I get an under from somebody?
Well,
yeah, I know.
Come on.
He should probably soar. I mean, I guessed 108, so there we go. Yeah, but I like the Giants in this game. I know you do too. I know our buddy Coin Snatch, who's not in here right now, but he's a Giants fan, and he's on. Oh,
there's a goat. If I've ever
we
seen
have
one.
a goat sighting. We have another goat sighting. Look at all these goats. There we go. We got an under. Thank you. 57. Nice. To be honest, she first said 69. Wow. No wonder you wifed her up. I think her original guess is better. So we're going to roll with 69. I'm just kidding. Whatever guess she feels best about, then that would be the one that goes in. We got some more guesses here, guys. Love having it. Love seeing it. If you guys want to get your guesses in, then drop them in the Girl of My Dreams. That's so cute. So cute. Okay, so yeah, I like the Giants, and I also like the Bucks. I don't love the Bucks as much as I did when I was thinking about it earlier this week, and how much I've seen so many places now that Tom Brady has never lost to the Cowboys, and that he's, he's covered the spread in all these games. Like, I've seen all these stats about Tom Brady against the Cowboys, and it's like, it's getting too much for me now. I'm going to decide today, by the end of the day today, if I'm going to end up playing the Bucks +2.5, but, my analysis.
I keep seeing the opposite. I keep seeing so many people hyping up on Sorry, on Dallas, and
Okay, the dog agrees.
yeah, she actually did just shake, right? I see so many people on Dallas that it actually kind of surprised me based off of the fact that, and I don't know if Trizzy's still here or not, but it's like, how do you fade Tom in the playoffs? So it's like, and it's true. I mean, obviously I've been on the other side of him a few times and it's worked out plenty for me, but I kind of, don't argue with that. It's been a weird year for him. This would be like a huge proving point. There, you see, people have been trying to do it for 20 years. So it's hard for me to fade him as well. So that's why I don't know. I go with the, how I am with even with hockey, especially with hockey playoffs, is
tail wag equals Bucks cover
is experience over talent. And it's not even that the Cowboys are that talented. It's just that in this case, when you have an experienced player like Tom Brady, it's very hard to go against him, especially when he's the leader of the team.
I'm not going to try to outsmart Vegas here, but if you're going to give me 2.5 points with Tom Brady at home in the playoffs, I'm going to take that.
Yeah.
They made the line where it's at for a reason because, as Isaac mentions here, which is great, Dallas has one of the best defenses in the league. But Dak's been throwing picks like it's been his job the last half of the season, most picks in the NFL. Wonder what his pick line's at. It's probably pretty juiced because he's been throwing them like crazy. But I feel like it's at 2.5 and not 3 for a reason. Makes sense.
Oh, the game on.
Imagine what if Dak's interception line was 2.5.
I'm looking right now, but that's funny. If I thought he meant the interception line,
I did too.
I was like,
did
whoa.
Too. No, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little. Come on, you're a Bostonite there. Come on, that's a given.
Well, it's a Bostonite that allowed his ex to go somewhere else and still believes in him. So that's
Dak for a pick is minus 175 on DraftKings.
Wow, it's pretty juiced. But I feel like that's a pretty nice lay piece. So if you have something that you like for tomorrow, if you want to throw Dak, throw a pick in there. I feel like that he throws an interception tomorrow.
I mean, that's not a bad prize pick to throw in.
If they have it, it's probably too juiced for it to be on Price Picks. Yeah, it's too juiced. But so those are my thoughts on the games for tomorrow. I didn't touch on the other ones, but we've got some other games to talk about for today.
I don't know.
They just played, bro. You missed it. Justin Fields already has 100 rushing yards. The game just started.
Tickets cashed out.
Tickets green. So those are my thoughts for tomorrow. And you know what? After us talking about it, I'm going to be on the Bucks plus 2.5. Yeah, I'm going to play that. I feel like that's the move here. And I like the Giants plus 3.5. Those are the two that I like. I know, but I'm not on the Jags, the trendy dog. So I don't know what. I guess maybe I'll be on the right side of not being on the wrong trendy dog, but we'll see what happens. So those are my thoughts for the. Yeah, I don't know, man. It is one of those things where there's a lot of people that do their betting differently, that bet on line moves, that bet on different things like that, and. Our friend Trizzy in here, he does.
I was going to say that. I know of somebody.
Well, I don't want to say solely. His UFC plays are also by his UFC noggin, but a lot of the plays that he talks about are all line movement based, and a lot of people bet like that, and that's definitely that is a profitable way to bet if you do it long term and you stick to your ways. We also have Betalytics in here, obviously, and all of their stuff is completely data driven, right? So like most of it has to do with how they break down the numbers, because at the end of the day, this is a numbers game. So, but I think I am gonna, by the end of the day, I'll probably end up booking it by the time this is over. I'll be on the Bucks plus 2.5. Give it to me. I'm trusting the GOAT, and I don't believe in Dallas.
Chef T and Trizzy, give us some McCaffrey guesses.
Yeah, give us guesses, boys. If you guys get on the list, McCaffrey 72.
It's like I read his mind. Look at that.
Trizzy's going under. That's fine. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Chef can get it in here. If anybody else has a guess, guys, you get a chance to win a hoodie and the hat if you get the closest. Oh, okay. So you're the same as Stoney's. Well, it's actually that wasn't her official guess. So Chef has the 69. Good, we got the 69 in there. Anybody has any other guesses, please feel free to drop them in the chat. That's the only way you can win the hoodie and the hat from Betalytics. So make sure you drop those in there. Okay, let's talk about. So those are our NFL plays that we like, guys. We didn't really talk about a couple of the other games tomorrow, and I don't really have any feel about this Bengals Ravens game. I don't have a big thought on that one, if I'm honest. So it's so hard with Lamar Jackson being out. I just don't know what you want to. I don't know. I don't feel good about. I think the Bengals should win pretty big, honestly.
That's what I
With
was
Jackson,
thinking, yeah.
with Jackson being out, I kind of lean with the Bengals -8.5. But no place for me in that one. I just gonna watch that one go by on Sunday Night Football. Yeah, so those are the NFL plays that we like. Some of them we talked about in this, and then also we'll be kind of posting them on our Twitter throughout the day. So you can go check out both of our Twitters at Sweatpants Jesus and at NZ at Walmart Mac Miller. And so now we're going to talk a little bit about the NHL and the NBA slate today. We're going to be using Betalytics for these things, kind of showing you guys how we look at Betalytics and how we kind of break down some of our favorite props and kind of the things that we like to find on the site. I actually found a play that I like, and we can look at this live while we're talking. I was looking at it last night. I liked it a lot. I locked it in when I saw it for pretty decent value. It's Al Horford over 6.5 rebounds. The Celtics are playing the Hornets tonight. So the Hornets allow the most rebounds to centers in the entire NBA. And obviously Horford is their starting center tonight against the Hornets. He's also he's not on Betalytics.
Not that I'm seeing. No.
I honestly looked at this and then I didn't even check to make sure that he was playing. I assumed that he was playing in this game tonight. It could be one of those situations where he hasn't been 100% confirmed. But if Horford does play over 6.5 rebounds, I got it at -128 last night. I will do a little bit more digging into that as we go throughout the day. I thought it would be live on Betalytics. I'm going to show. Oh, you've still got it pulled up. I thought that would be live on there, but it's not. So that's a different play. So let's talk about some of your NHL plays that you were finding that you were liking.
Okay. So the first one is, I don't want to say a typical GOAT, but he is. Actually, both of them are. Kirill Kaprizov over 3.5. It's a little juiced. It's -144, if I'm not mistaken. -140, rather. The other reason why I like this is because it aligned with Betalytics. So it is projected at 4.5 on their book. And so it's a 4% edge. It's a B+ rating, rather. And they're playing the Arizona Coyotes, who allow, I think they're 30th in the league out of 32 for shots allowed. So I like that a lot. And I also have to ride the wave, I guess, or stay on the wagon while it's hot. And David Pastrnak. I know they're both high numbers because he's now over 4.5, so they're not guys that are 2.5. But again, I mean, how do you not ride him right now? He has just been playing fantastic. They're home. They're playing the Leafs. The Leafs are a little broken up a little bit. I don't know. It's weird because right now in the book, none of their team is listed except for Austin Matthews, who is, I thought, the questionable person who hasn't played in the past 2 games, but he is listed. But I like Pasta. I will probably take him for a goal with the way that he's been playing. And I hate to say it, but to kind of go along with that, especially because he was it last night that Mr. Hughes did not deliver?
It was, yeah. Everybody and their mother was on him. He scored 2 goals, but he only had 3 shots.
That's what I was going to say. I know I hit for something with him. I just couldn't remember what it was.
And also, if you faded Connor McDavid on his birthday, then you're a bozo. Yep. I saw everybody and their mother was on Connor McDavid over 3.5 yesterday. It was his birthday, and I don't love birthday narratives all the time, but he smashed it. He scored 2 goals too. Yeah, it was definitely a McDavid. It was a McJesus day. So
yeah, I tweeted that out too. I hit him for 4 and 5, almost 6. Unfortunately, I didn't get that, but the goal and 2 goals. So that was awesome. Actually gave that on a stream too. Now that I think about it,
nice.
But even Jack Hughes, he's 4.5, but it's -114, and Pasta at -115. That's when I don't mind taking these lines, and if they give us to ladder these guys, I'm going to continue to ladder them too. Even with Hughes falling off, I'll probably take maybe a Pasta, Hughes, and probably Nathan McKinnon 3-teamer anytime goal as well.
I really like Pasta today. That's one that I did see last night that I was toying with, and I'm glad you brought Pasta up. I like Pasta a lot today. He's just been on absolute fire right now. I really like Pasta. I like that look. And I think that this is something that we should talk about as well, guys, because obviously everybody and their mother is going to be betting the NFL today. Lots of people are going to be watching the NFL today, but the NBA and the NHL are playing, and they're playing a lot of games today, and there's not going to be as many eyeballs on these games. So don't sleep on some of these NHL and NBA plays because
big slate too.
big slates in both of these games. You know, sometimes the middle of the season games are a lot more profitable for prop betting, especially because like these playoff games in the NFL, you know, these lines are really sharp. They're very tuned in. Like they got a lot of eyeballs on them. So like those lines are a little bit hard to decipher where you can find value. But if you want to look for something a little bit more advantageous from a betting perspective, you can find a lot more, I think, in the NHL and the NBA today. Yeah, I love Pasta. I think you should go in our entry, whatever we put together. I think that's a really nice look for Pasta. And did you end up? Let me while you're talking. So talk about. I want to see. I didn't also. I really wanted to. I'm sorry. I just started like 7 different sentences. I'm excited. Yeah. What did you think about Horford's rebounds? I don't know if Betalytics. They like you said, it's not up on Betalytics, obviously, but his numbers against. So here's the deal. So against the Hornets, the last 4 times he's played the Hornets, he's had 10 plus rebounds.
Wow.
10 plus.
I like that stat. I'll tell you that much.
Plus 200. Love the Stars jerseys today. Oh, are they playing those like cool, retro, like neon, black and neon ones?
I was just thinking that, yeah, those reverse retro jerseys.
Yeah, that's dope. Steely Dan, I don't know if you saw this, but our friend Stone Betts, his fiance liked Miro Heiskanen to score a goal at plus 500 because she liked the name. So shit's hitting. So Heiski's scoring. So you can get that in there if you want to bet on something in this Stars game. Yeah, so I liked Horford again. The Hornets allow the most shots to centers in the entire rebounds to centers in the entire NBA. Here's an update for you guys as well. We have an upload at 4 p.m. that pulls the most recent lines closer to the game. So if any main players missing, it will be live then, which is good. Betalytics updates their information not super early in the day, but kind of in the middle of the day, depending upon the leagues. So you guys can check out their lines and their props kind of midday, and then they update again later, closer to the game, to kind of update the lines and kind of give you a little bit closer look on the edges that you can find as well. So that's really good information for you guys there about Betalytics. Again, you can go to Betalytics.com. You can check out their tool. You can check out the way we use it on here, the way we've been kind of talking about it, and you can sign up with our promo code BNews. You get 30% off signing up. And it, again, guys, I've hit my last 5 bets using my brain and Betalytics data together. So the bet that I had today with Betalytics, my POD, I was going to post it when this is over, but I don't even know if I can now because it's not on any books anymore, is Ray McLeod over 1 receiving yard. So if anybody just joined and they haven't been here, go bet Ray McLeod over receiving yard if you have it.
The only place we can find it is Prize Picks.
It is on Prize Picks. Well, I guess that's a good transition. Should we cook a little Prize Picks with the people? Let's get a Prize Picks put together so we can have a little parlay to run throughout the day.
I'm sitting here. Sorry, I'm messing around here, right? And almost every NHL GOAT plays today, right? So a 6-leg round robin. You got Pasta, Ovechkin, Kaprizov, McKinnon, McDavid, and Hughes all for a goal. Round robin, of course, because there's no guarantee they're all going to hit.
Sure.
But plus 6701.
Wow.
Right?
6701. That's worth even just a parlay, that's worth a couple bucks, I would say, just for the value.
Yeah, the round robins are tough. I don't understand them sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it depends upon what kind of round robin that you do. Like if you do a round robin and you put like a couple bucks on it and then 3 out of the 5 guys hit, then you're kind of profiting, then you're relying upon less to happen because not every single person has to hit.
It's the odds adjustment that gets me, I guess, every time.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's cook this parlay. Like I said, guys, if you want to win a Betalytics sweatshirt and a hat, they're giving away a swag pack today. All you have to do is guess Christian McCaffrey's rushing yards. It's running on the bottom of this screen. You can see it down there. Christian McCaffrey's rushing yards. How many will he have? We've already had a bunch of guesses in chat. You have to drop your guess in chat. You have to drop it. We have to see it physically with our own eyeballs. And you have to be following BN News on BN Content on Twitter. You have to be following Betalytics on Twitter. And you have to be following our Twitch channel. Those are easy things. You can do that in 10 seconds and then drop whatever you think Christian McCaffrey's rushing yards will be in the chat. And then you get a chance to win a Betalytics hoodie and a hat. We're going to be doing a lot of these giveaways moving forward. So thanks for dropping by with us today. We're also going to be starting to be able to have subscriptions to our Twitch channel next week. So if you guys are liking what you're seeing and you want to be rocking with us throughout the rest of the year, then a sub would be appreciated. So next week we'll be rocking with that as well. Betalytics is going to be here with us. We're going to have guests more and more throughout the week. We had Stone Bets on last week. We had our buddy Chef. We've had our buddy Vsauce. We've had a bunch of really cool guests. We're going to have some new guests coming soon. We got some exciting things going on here, so stay rocking around with us. Today we're going to cook up one parlay, and then we're going to get out of here, and we're going to enjoy these games today. Let's do it on Prize Picks, because I really want to get that Ray McLeod thing in there, because it's the only place we can get it. I want it to be in there because he's hitting. He's getting a yard.
I'd hope so.
He should. It's 1 yard, man. If he doesn't get a catch, he doesn't get a catch.
All right. So
we got Ray McLeod for a yard for a receiver.
Should we go with Lawrence's interception or take that out?
It's your favorite play, and it's A rated on Betalytics. We gotta ride with the goats.
Okay.
So we like Lawrence. What are some for you guys in chat? What are some favorite plays that you guys have heard today, or a favorite play that you have? If you have a POD, drop it in chat. We'll get it.
It could be any sport.
Any sport, anything you're seeing on the board today. You actually, Trizzy, I don't know if you've looked at the PP board today, but if you have an MMA play on Prize Picks that you love a lot, then throw that in here, because I mean that's the type of stuff that hits on Prize Picks. Okay, so we've got Ray McLeod. Got Trevor Lawrence, and then Pasta. What's Pasta? Let's throw Pasta in here. I think that was a good look. If he's 4.5,
probably 5.
Well, no, it's not super juiced.
Why I didn't just type his name in? I don't know.
It's okay. We like watching you just scroll.
4.5. All right, we like that.
What do we want to do as goal? Ooh, who are they playing again? Forgot this.
Toronto at home.
Oh. Pasta should get 5 shots, man. Let's just do the shots.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Pasta for 4.5 SOGs. I don't want to do McCaffrey in here. I want to keep that away, because I feel like I've already got it individually placed. Gino's genius throws interceptions. Gino the genius throws interceptions. That could be a good look. Gino's interception was also on Prize Picks, I'm pretty sure. No,
it's not actually.
But that is a good play from Steely Dan. That's get that involved if you can. I think it's not. What was the line on that, Steely Dan? I can't remember what you said. I know you mentioned it earlier today, but drop that in here if you don't mind. I'll get that up here so people can ride that with
for the interceptions.
Yeah.
Oh, you think it's more than just a half?
No. I'm saying the line, the value.
I'm sorry.
Kittle over 3.5 receptions. Now, I like this play, but I'm a little bit sussed out by the fact. So he's hitting like 6 straight.
Okay.
So if it's super juiced on the Bucks. So this is a nice play. Yeah,
and they moved it so that it's just a push.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he did go nuclear when they played against the Seahawks last game. And like I was talking a little bit about Kittle earlier. Just because of the rain, it kind of scares me a little bit. I do like the receptions over the yards. That's an interesting one. We can keep that in mind. What about CMC TD? Is that on Prize Picks?
Yes, it is. Rushing though. Has to be rushing. We can do NTN for passing, rushing, or receiving, although that's kind of just like a rushing touchdown in the end anyways. How about rushing and receiving? Can we get McCaffrey?
I do like CMC to score.
Same.
He should get in the end zone, right? What is that Saquon?
I mean, 4 out of 5. I mean, that's pretty green.
That's a nice green. PJ Washington over 1.5 threes.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk NBA.
Oh right. Can you check on here and see if go see if Horford's rebounds is here? If it's 6.5, I love that one. Already booked.
It's right there.
What
there
it is?
Is it 6.5?
6.5.
Yeah,
there he is. He's in.
Throw it in there. All right, so we've got Hasty over a yard. Still can't believe it's a yard.
They don't have his threes, only his fantasy score for PJ Washington.
They probably will later in the day, I would imagine. But this is an interesting look here. I'm interested to see Tennessee Shark, if you don't mind typing out your reasoning as to why you like PJ. Let's see here. So we've got.
Sorry.
No, you're good. What are some other NBA plays? Wait, let's see. I mean, do we want to? Steely Dan likes CMC TD. Oh, you've already got it in there.
Yeah, that's in there. And then we got Pasta shots, Lawrence interception, McLeod 1 yard, and then Horford rebounds. So we can do one more.
Or do we
got
just
5?
Or do we just leave it at 5?
We can
I
do
don't
that too.
Well, what were some other? There might be some other ones in the NHL that are worth taking a peep at today.
Nick Claxton's not playing.
I know that would have been nice throwing him in there. Chat. If you guys have any other thoughts, please feel free to drop them in here. We'll talk about them and pull them up. Otherwise, we will.
Bang. I was about to say. I literally was just gonna say. Sometimes I go through these weird ones of like steals and blocks, turnovers, and like the greened out gobs that you find are just unreal.
This is a good look.
Yeah,
Herbert over
passing yards.
Herbert over passing yards. I do think that he's going to have a lot of chances. He's going to throw a lot. I mean, I like this is kind of a square play, but I really like I like Keenan Allen over his 80 and a half receiving yards. Okay, here we go. So we got a reasoning here. PJ Washington over 1.5 3-pointers. PJ has went for 3+ threes versus Boston 3 straight. He went over 1.5 threes in 5 straight and 9 of 10 recent games.
That's a good reasoning for me.
7.2 attempts over his last 5. Sheesh. That is some good looks right there from Tennessee Shark. Can you pull it up on Betalytics and see if that's listed? His 3-pointers line, because that is a tasty. I have to type Washington. No, it's not listed. But that's something to keep in mind, chat. If you guys have a chance to,
it's not too bad on the book at 142 as well. It's a good lay piece for a 2-teamer.
I mean, some people like 142. They bet that straight. So if you like betting straight, if you like betting that much juice individually, that sounds like a free square to me. That's a good one.
Seems free to me.
What is that? Siakam turnovers?
Yeah, I mean he's averaging 3.8 his last 5.
Check it out on Betalytics and see what Betalytics has to say about it. If it's
do they cover turnovers? Or they don't have him up yet. Yeah, he's not up yet.
He might not be listed for some of the things on there until the later window because of this because of these games being later in the day.
But do you guys track turnovers? I don't know if you do or not.
Betalytics will answer, I'm sure, in a second. If you guys let us know if you track turnovers. Okay. I think we either do something from the NHL, or I mean, we could do Herbert passing yards. I don't hate that. I do kind of like that. I feel like Herbert has a chance here to get a lot of passing yards against this Jags bad secondary. Oh, you found a saves prop you like? Who is it?
My
is
boy,
Sorokin?
It's Sorokin. Yeah, and it's 24.5.
Who are the no turnovers at this time, but adding additional markets like those soon. There we go.
Cool.
So stay locked in. That'll be cool. Be cool to check
Just
that
looking
out.
something up here because I'm pretty sure though the reasoning that's dropped down another 2 shots is they put up a very low amount of shots.
Eric,
yeah, what's up, Gorby?
Thanks for being here, man. I don't know if you were here earlier, if you're just popping in, but if you want a chance to win the Betalytics hoodie, all you have to do is be following us on Twitch, be following the betting news site on Twitter at BN Content, and you have to guess how many rushing yards Christian McCaffrey will have. Drop it in chat. How many rushing yards Christian McCaffrey will have, and you get a chance to win the Betalytics swag. So,
yes, sir.
Doing all that right now, bro. Let's go.
Man.
Appreciate you.
Drop me a number and I'll write it
down. Nice.
So the reason I don't like Sorokin now is because they rank, meaning, sorry, I'm saying the Canadians rank 30th in the league for shots forced, shots on goal a game, and it's only 30. Islanders do play decent defense at home. I could see them being held to a low amount of shots, so I don't know if I like that.
Wait a minute, hang on. Wait. Let's go back because you talked to me about this before. What about Niederreiter?
Nino.
We were talking.
Is he on here? He's been on here.
He's probably at 2. If he's at 2, it's a good play.
He's not on here. I had a feeling they were going to pull him eventually.
He's at 2.5 for plus money on the books.
Yeah. I will say, and this may sound crazy, but hopefully we can clip this and I look like a genius. Okay. But
hang on.
89.
We're gonna do that then.
Oh.
There you go.
I am going to right now. I don't know how much I recommend it. I'm going to sprinkle Sorokin for a shutout.
Okay.
I know that sounds kind of crazy, but
what's the value?
And it is here plus 900.
So it's not crazy, which means they do think it could happen. I don't know why, but I don't know why. I just feel it.
These are the ones that you got to go with your gut, man. All right.
I mean,
it's on the screen.
little amount of shots.
There you go. Sorokin shutout. We can clip it later if it hits. There you go. Bang. Word. Love it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so all right. Let's go back to our prize picks. I mean, I was looking at this Preds game against the Sabres at home. They're back at home today. I mean, Yossi at 3.5 is nice, but it's minus 140.
What about Lankinen?
Mac is
only
in
2.
Mac is in his bag. What's
Hopefully.
what's old Mackie boy at? Nathan McKinnon.
I don't know. I thought he was referring to me.
Oh, oh yeah. Okay, you are in your bag. My bad.
I'm heating up. Trying.
Skip
I am
over that.
trying. Oh, he's at 5 though, McKinnon. I don't.
I mean,
really like that.
it's because they're playing the Senators.
Um,
It's funny. It says they're playing the Sens. And the Sens allow a bunch of God. 5+ shots for McKinnon is minus 152 on FanDuel.
that's gross.
6+ is plus 156. I mean, that is wild.
I do like Brandon Montour,
Okay.
the defenseman from the Panthers. He's hit his last 4 out of 5. I take him the other night and he cashed for me. I just want to look up because I have that shots chart. So it's interesting that this is actually not a bad game to pick from for shots. Like Vancouver and Florida, they evenly distributively, if that's even a word, let up the shots to almost every position instead of it being, heavy on the center.
The shots are evenly distributed.
Yeah, that's the way to say that.
Probably,
Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry.
I need to get better with the English language.
It's a tough one.
But I actually kind of like that. That's a decent look.
All right, we have a request, NZ, for your SOG lay watered down. What you guys might have to do is follow NZ on Twitter. He will post it later today. He posts them pretty consistently. You'll have to check that out on his Twitter.
Flames bang. I repeat, flames bang.
Wow.
Yeah. So to anybody that does follow me already, I haven't dropped them because I went ice cold. We missed like 8 of them, and we got hooked by one shot on probably about 4 or 5 out of those. So I had to do them. Had to cook them up, the 2 of them, the past 2 days to see how we were feeling after taking a few days off, and I think we're there. Sorry, we both clicked that at the same time. So I will drop one today. I'm just waiting for the alternate lines to come out. I probably won't see them for another 2 hours if I had to guess.
Yep, he said the last 2 days. I've also hit my Betalytics POD 5 in a row. So follow NZ for that. Follow me for the Betalytics PODs. Like it's obviously, peaks and valleys in this game. We all know that, but it's definitely something to pay attention to. Well, I dropped it already, bro, but they took it off the books. Of course, it was Ray McLeod over 1 receiving yard.
This guy
Over a half a receiving yard. It was plus money on MGM and DraftKings, but they took it down. So if you can find that somewhere, give it a whirl, Eric. Let's talk about this. Harden greened out assists.
That's what I was about to say. I totally came here and I'm like spazzing as to why did I come here with, and I knew I had to play. 10.5 too. Oof.
He's been absolutely rolling from assists. Who are the Sixers playing today? I can't even remember.
They're playing the Jazz. So, I don't know the statistical background on these guys defensively and stuff.
The Jazz are very poor on the defensive end. They're bottom 5 in most categories defensively. They're not a very good defensive team. Embiid should feast. I mean, Markkanen should probably have a good game too. This will be a pretty decent game, actually, I think. I like Harden's assists. I like this look. I like this one a lot. What's his background? All right, I'll give you a chance, Steely Dan, if you have. Yeah, Markkanen will be a look. Yep. Markkanen's been my wagon.
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
His threes was – I put him in a parlay yesterday with him to have over 2.5 threes and Harrison Barnes to have over 1.5 threes. I mean, I don't like saying things are free, but that was easy.
That was free.
Easy. Utah back-to-back also. Yeah, they're going to be a little tired. I mean, I don't buy in too much to the wow. Look at this from Victor. Embiid had 59 points last matchup. Holy good Lord.
Wow.
Good golly, Miss Molly. What is the
What's his points?
30, probably 32 and a
32,
half.
32 and a half.
I mean, do we just do rock with him? I mean, all right, so think about it this way, though. If Embiid's getting that many points, obviously Harden's going to probably have double-digit assists. But every time I've been looking at his assist line recently, it's been double digits almost by halftime. Kind of like Julius Randle's rebounds.
Right.
I think you have to play Embiid.
But now, what about SPJ's points? What about his point there, though, that if he's going to put up a 50 piece, someone's got to dish him the ball, right? And he's been putting up 14 assists the past 2 games without Embiid putting up 50.
Okay, chat. This is your chance because I feel like both of these points are very valid, and I like where we're looking here. I like this game. I think we find something in this game. So do we stick with? We've got 3 options. You got Embiid's points, Harden's assists, or Markkanen's points. So you got a chance in chat. Drop your favorite out of those 3. Whatever is the overall favorite of those 3 will be the winner.
Let me see if I can be a W streamer here. I think I can drop the poll.
I'm on all 3. Let's go. Well, Eric likes all 3 then.
It's a nice little 3-teamer.
Steely Dan's got Harden. I'm kind of leaning Harden too, honestly. I feel like they all hit. I think they all should hit. We'll have more stuff on Twitch moving forward. NZ and I are still working out all the kinks as we get rolling. But I appreciate you guys all being here with us, man. We're gonna have all kinds of stuff going on. Fuck it, Harden.
I kind of lean Harden myself.
And Tennessee Shark likes Embiid the most. That's fair. Harden is a great look. I think we got to go Harden. Tennessee Shark, do you at least approve in the Harden selection? So I feel like that's a good piece. Love this stream, dude. Let's go, man. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate you guys. We've had a maximum amount of viewers today, so we got a lot moving forward. And again, guys, if anybody just joined or hasn't been in here, you get a chance to win a Betalytics hoodie and a Betalytics hoodie and a hat on their swag pack. So please guess Christian McCaffrey's rushing yards. You have to do it in chat, otherwise you will not be entered. Drop the chat.
Victor, give me a guess. I don't have one.
Yeah, Victor, we need your guess, bro. You're in here. You're having a good time. We appreciate you being here. We want you a chance to win this dope hoodie and a dope hat. So Drop that in here. You guys selling swag packs if we don't win? Yeah, man. If you hit up Betalytics, I'm sure that they will hook you up with a swag pack for sure. So if you also, guys, again, please go check out Betalytics on their website. It does not cost that much money. You can get 30% off by using our code B News. You can use their website. You can ask us anything you want to know about this site. It's a really, really solid. Absolutely reach out to us on Twitter. Yeah, Eric, get in touch with them on Twitter. And if you're not following Betalytics on Twitter, please do. If you're not following Betting News on Twitter, please do. It's a lot of really awesome resources in this community, guys. Obviously, NZ and I are active every single day trying to get you guys. There we go. See, we love to see it. All right. I think Victor, bro, you got to get your 205. There it is. Bang. 105.
Got you down, brother.
Love these guys. Great brothers. Yes, Eric, we appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you
stopping by. Appreciate it as always. Dub. All right. I think we're going Harden assists. I think we've got it. So let's read out the entry. This is going to be the wild card edition of Morning Coffee, the Morning Cup for the weekend. We're going to be dropping this after this is over. If you guys want to ride this, unfortunately with the Ray McLeod one, you have to ride it on Prize Picks, which is, today is Violence UFC boys.
Right.
Eric, if you're not following Trizzy, please go follow Trizzy Bets.
Oh, that's his homie.
That's his.
That's how I met Gorby, is through Trizzy.
Nice, good stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, lots of violence today, so good stuff to watch as well. If you're tired of football, if you're tired of anything else, go watch some violence later. But all right, we got Ray McLeod over a receiving yard.
Just one.
Uno. Totally tailing book picks for the lay. Nice. Let's go.
It's still a nice 5-legger.
It's a nice 5-legger without McLeod. You probably get a little bit better odds too on the book, whatever book you're using. So it's worth a ride, guys. And I think betting all of these individually, they're not super juiced as well. So obviously worth a play as well individually. So we got Ray McLeod over a receiving yard, Trevor Lawrence over an INT, Pasta for over 4.5 shots on goal, Christian McCaffrey for a tutty for a rushing touchdown,
Yes, rushing.
Al Horford over 6.5 rebounds. I really like that play. Don't forget about that one, guys. And from chat, pretty much. I mean, us as well, but from chat, pretty much. James Harden over 10.5 assists to round us out on this 6-legger, which is a 25xer. I think Prize Picks is also doing. I think you get a free entry today. I'm pretty sure I saw that.
I know they had, when I logged in on my phone, it had said something. I didn't read it, but I also got an email from them. So let's see what they got to say today.
As I said, ride this on the books with us. If you can find McLeod, still pop that in there for sure. But otherwise, pop in the other 5 and do a little couple bucks on it, or however you bet your units. No unit shaming around here. If it's a couple bucks, if it's $100, whatever you feel good about and whatever is comfortable for you. And obviously, don't bet more than you feel like you can afford to lose. Guys, it's been a great stream today. Really appreciate all of you guys stopping by. I'm going to do this one more time just because, that's all why we're here. Thanks so much for being here with us. My name is Sweatpants Jesus. This is my boy, Walmart Mac Miller, NZ. This is all brought to you by Betting News. So go to bettingnews.com. You can read my stories about the wild card weekend. It's one of the top stories on the website right now. So go check that out. Get a little bit of an insight from every game from me. You can read more about the UFC. You can read more about a lot of different things going on this weekend and everything moving forward. So check out bettingnews.com. You can also follow us on Twitch. We'll be doing these streams every weekend. And we'll be doing them every Thursdays with me and NZ. We'll be bringing on guests. We might get some of you guys in chat. Appreciate you, Trizzy. Go follow Trizzy for your UFC for the violence today. Appreciate him stopping by and
Maybe
appreciate
we'll do a
you
UFC
following.
show one day.
Yeah, we'll do a UFC one. I'll have to just sit here because I don't really know anything about UFC.
Yeah,
but
me
you
either.
boys,
It'll be
boys
Trizzy's show.
That's fine. Yeah, go follow Betalytics as well at Betalytics. Yes. You can get involved in what they got going on their website. You can get 30% off your subscription if you want to try out what they got going on. NZ and I use it, and we've been really figuring out the best way to use it. Like I said, I've hit my last 5 Betalytics, my favorite Betalytics bets. It's really good to get involved there as well. Yeah, Betalytics, appreciate you guys. And we're giving away a swag pack. So we think we've kind of got it everybody's entry, but this is your last chance. They're going to be giving away a swag pack of a sweatshirt and a hat from Betalytics. All you have to do is type Christian McCaffrey's rushing yards. However many rushing yards you think Christian McCaffrey will have, drop it in the chat. Follow Betalytics, follow BN Content, and follow our Twitch channel. And then if you are closest to how many rushing yards Christian McCaffrey has, then you will win the swag pack. So do all those things. Really appreciate all of you guys being here. It's been a great show. Had a nice chat today.
Absolutely.
Thanks for following us on Twitch. And thanks for following us if you watched on Twitter as well. And go give us a follow. Appreciate you guys being here. What else from you, bro? Anything else?
I got to get in the lab a little bit for some night hockey. And yeah, you got 57 here. So I don't know, man. You pick. You got like about 30 seconds.
Yeah, you got 30 seconds till this is over. And then you got to get your pick in. Let's have a Saturday for sure.
Yeah, let's definitely, boys. We got some UFC later. We got a huge hockey slate. We got 2 playoff games for the wild card. So let's get these bags.
For sure.
Our boy Vsauce would say, let's make this fucking money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, guys. Appreciate all of you guys being here on your morning coffee. We'll have the morning cup out in just a few minutes to kind of follow along this parlay. Thanks to Betalytics. Thanks for Betting News from NZ and myself. Hope you guys have a great Saturday. Enjoy these games. Yes. Bet responsibly. And we'll see you on the next one.
Thank
See you later, guys.
Take it easy. Guys. Have a good one.